Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to your respiratory therapist graduation recognition ceremony. For Facebook Live, because we're Facebooking the ceremony, we're going to go ahead and introduce a few people, okay? So that everybody watching knows who's talking. So I'm Sherry Cagle, the Dean for Health Careers here at the college. And I want to be the first to congratulate you guys on a job well done. This is definitely an exciting morning for all of you, and I'm so glad that you have chosen to come and to commemorate all of your hard work over the last 2 years this morning with us. So to introduce our faculty, that Kankakee Community College is privileged and honored to have seasoned educators and clinicians to teach you every day in the classroom and take you into the clinical setting. Our respiratory program director, Jackie Cruz. In her right hand lady, our clinical education director, Kelly Jandura. And to help us celebrate this morning, I want to introduce you to a couple other people that play a huge part in the success of the respiratory program into the college. And you may or may not have had the opportunity to meet them. So Mr. Dick Fry, our Board of Trustees, and Dr. Wow, I can't talk this morning. Dr. Michael Boyd, our president.
Thank you, Sherry. Much appreciated. And what Sherry didn't mention is that for quite a few months now, she has also been not only the Dean of Health Careers, but acting as our Vice President of Academic Affairs as well. So she's had 2 jobs through this pandemic. And thank you, Sherry, for your leadership. And of course, Mr. Fry, you're going to get this microphone in a little bit. You're all going to be pleased to hear from him as well. So we always look forward to that. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, faculty, staff, and administration, it's always a pleasure to welcome you all to campus, and especially now more than ever. As you can imagine, we've had very few events like this one, and so it is an absolute pleasure to see you. And I know that you're behind the camera, so I'm going to assure all of our friends and family on Facebook Live that I'm looking at you, but you are all socially distanced. Everyone is wearing a mask, and I thank you for that. That is how we've been able to get through this semester, and it has been a tough one. This is a rigorous program under any circumstance, and I know it's been even more rigorous now, but you succeeded. That's why you're here today, and that's what we're celebrating. So because you succeeded, we know that you're prepared and that you're ready. You're ready for whatever comes next, and you're going to do great things. So just make us one promise. When you do those great things, remember KCC and tell your story about KCC. Be proud to be a KCC Cavalier and let everyone know what good we did here and how we were part of your great future. Once again, welcome to campus. It really is a pleasure to see you, and to our family, friends on Facebook Live. We wish you could be here with us, but we know that you know it's just as special with participation in this manner. So welcome, and once again, congratulations.
At this time, if we could have the class representatives, Sam Lipner and Paige Medina, come up. Not that tall. Okay. I wanted to start by thanking everyone for taking the time to either be here virtually, in spirit, or by thought. 2020 has not been an easy year. Through these troubling times, we persevere. Why? Because to do our part and serve our community, that is our only choice. Today, we are stepping into the future as healthcare workers. I think it is important to acknowledge the mountains the class of 2020 has overcome these past 2 years. Not only did we learn in a fast-paced, intimidating environment, but also had to adapt, much like the rest of the world did with COVID-19. Whether we were working a code, taking a patient off the ventilator, or even passing a quiz, which we all know is not very easy, in the healthcare field, no one works alone. Through the support of our professors, preceptors, classmates, our family, and loved ones, we were not alone. Medically, we were present during some of our most trying times. We received the benefit of learning all of the program had to offer and more. The pandemic taught us enhanced precautions, also just how important our role is as a respiratory therapist. Although these times were nothing short of challenging, we learn, we adapt, and we persevere together. Through the last tears, the all-night studying, the heart-dropping moments waiting for a passing grade, we made it together. We celebrate together. We help the health career field enhance together. We are entering a field that is currently a battleground. Not only are we entering it, we are joining the front lines. We ask for your continued support, prayers, and we pray for your safety too. To help fight this pandemic, because this is nothing, most certainly something we cannot do together. Well, not alone. I am grateful to be able to speak on behalf of the graduating class of 2020, and I'm confident when I say that each and every one of us wanted this. We studied for it, we fought for it, and changed our lives for this. I have faith in the women and men I stand with here today, the ability we all have to make a difference. I could not have done any of this without any of you guys. Jackie and Kelly, thank you. Thank you for pushing me. Excuse me. Thank you for pushing me. Thank you for helping me learn things about myself I never knew. And thank you to my family who was watching me and supported my every step of the way. I love you all so very much. And one thing to remember is never ever second guess yourself or any answers on an exam. Be proud of yourselves because we are now the graduating class of the 2020 Respiratory Therapy Program. Well, Sam really showed me up. So, guys, we are here. I'm not emotional. It went by so fast. Do you guys remember when we were all freaking out about our freshman orientation, that first day? We hadn't even started yet. Our first day of clinicals, then we would all come back Monday morning and brag about the things we do without thought now, like putting somebody on a nebulizer. We don't even think about it. It's all over now. We made it. We're graduating today. I'm sure we all have had moments we wanted to throw in the towel and give up, walk away. But we pushed on knowing this is what we were meant to do. COVID tested us, or so we really thought. We were just testing ourselves. We made it through the most informative and critical semesters, relying on Zoom meetings and FaceTime calls, witness, and so many times 2 a.m. with Jackie. It's not. We truly learned a lot about ourselves, and honestly, we learned more about each other than we thought we would. We learned more about each other than we thought we would. We packed more emotions on our backs than we could honestly ever handle, but we did it. And that truly has only made us stronger for the obstacles we're about to encounter in the future. I cannot say how proud of us that we are. In just a few short weeks, we will all sit for our boards. We will become registered respiratory therapists. And although we all split our own ways after today, we did this together as a whole and as a family. What feels like the end is often just the beginning, and although the world truly seems so big right now, with endless opportunities, we all have one destiny and one dream, to be the best respiratory therapists that we can be. So please be proud of yourselves. We made it and we're here. Thanks, ladies. Great job. At this time, I have the privilege and the honor of welcoming up our next speaker, to the podium Mr. Richard Fry.
I can take that off for a while. I'm over in assisted living at Riverside. My wife has Parkinson's, and so a mask is on constantly with me throughout the halls and throughout the building, and anytime I come up with anybody. And it started with me back when the staff got their first mask, and I'm a firm believer of it now because I've seen Jimmy Obits, and they're great friends. I've been at KCC for 52 years, and I've seen some of the students I saw at some point through their life. So it's great to see you have your mask on, and I know you're going to be in a profession that is going to be tough, at least for the next few years, maybe. Hopefully for about 6 months we'll get rid of this kind of thing, but I'm very happy to know that you guys are back and you're going to be in, and you're going to help them, and you were a graduate of KCC. And being a board member for KCC now, and being very proud to have been part of this institution for 7 years. But I'm not saying more about something that I'm really proud of. My wife is Nikki Fry. She was the director of respiratory education and one of the people that put it at the KCC as a program. And she'd like to be here today. Today, the first time she's missed one. And all the time since we started our first one many years ago when we had 6 students and we put together a little graduation at Redwood Inn, had lunch and gave away the certificates. And that was a great staff. And I have a picture of that staff in our room where we live right now. And I'm proud to have her be helping out. I'm sorry if we break up, but this is tough for me. Nikki did something that KCC is very proud of, and I'm extremely proud of. She was a member of the group, 3 people who at the time colleges had to take over and put together programs for respiratory. She was one of the 3 people who put together how the programs are supposed to be run, what is required to get the certificate and everything at the national level. She's been honored by that numbers of times. A lot of work went into that. And I'm just saying, about my heart, she made this program start, and she made it tough enough when she created the programming that you guys had to suffer for a number of years. But one thing about this program is we have scored so well in the registry. Very well. One of the leaders in the country. And that's one of the things that I, as a board member, am very happy to say. And you've been a beneficiary of it. And I know that you'll be walking out on the field and doing the things that are going to need to be done. And you'll be saving a lot of lives. Especially with what we do now with respiratory. Because we're number 1. We became number 1. I hated to become number 1 we are now. And not as an institution in terms of need of service. And you're there. So I'm proud of you for walking through this program. And I know that you'll be a great group out in front, just like all the last almost 40 years the person's being trained here. I'm proud of them. I've worked with them. I see them. And I love them. So at this point, I want you also to remind you how you got here. You had a great support family, friends, a great staff. All those things packaged together make this a great program too. And you know that. So that one thing you do, even though you might have to wear a mask, give them a hug. Give them a hug when you see them walking away from here. And show them the certificate that your diploma that you're going to get. And walk with pride, put it on the wall. because that is you now. And that has KCC on it. And as a board member and a staff member of this place, that makes me proud to see that on the wall. And what makes me proud also, where we're living, to have you as a student pop up. Because I get to it, I get to talk with a lot of nurses of this institution, and they have a tremendous record in respiratory, in registry. We're proud of this institution. We're proud of you. We're proud of the staff, the president, who's a driver of this whole kind of thing. So thank you for being here. Thank you for completing with us. And I love everyone at here. At this point, I'd like for you to stand. On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Kankakee Community College, we are accepting the training that you've received here and a recognition that you're about to receive as the diploma or the associate degree in applied science. And you'll receive that from us. And we're proud to have you have it. So at this time, in behalf of the Board of Trustees, and based on you completing all the requirements necessary, I confirm you the degree, associate degree, applied science for respiratory education, and walk around proud, and happy that you'll be able to step into be a great career person. And you will represent us well. Thank you very much.
Bring it back down here. All right, so at this time, we will call you up onto the stage to receive your certificate and pin. We'll get you pinned. So you guys can stay standing if you want, and then when you come up, you'll come up on the stage this way and then come around, okay? All right, so we have Danielle Desiree Artega, Viviana Baeza, Lindsay Nicole Eddy, Cesar Abraham Garcia, Jasmine M. Garcia, Jacob T. Hutter,
The next one here we kind of joked a little bit about because Jacob and Scott are brothers, and Jacob showed up today without his brother Scott. So inquiring where Scott was, turns out that he's at work. So to the Facebook Live, to the world out there, apparently we taught him a little bit too much work ethic and determination. So I'll give you Scott Aaron Hutter. Samantha Ann Libner. Now for our tiny but mighty little leader, Itzel Guadalupe Lopez. Spanish has expanded too. Bomberos. She called me Meister all along, and I was like, she called me that name. Yeah, that's her. Oh, so it's okay, good. I wouldn't have known. Paige Lee Medina. Erin Elizabeth Moran. Tanya Erica O'Connor. Jacqueline Villagomez. And last, but certainly not least, Lauren Brittany Ware. right, you guys may be seated. Congratulations. I just want to say a few closing remarks. I don't know if you guys remember when all this started, but I sent out a survey that asked if you trusted your professor. All of you said yes, so thank you for trusting me. I really feel robbed of a lot of time with you guys. It's definitely a family when we come together, and it hurts that we lost out on some of that time, but you guys have persevered, you guys have pushed through, and you guys will be the best. So thank you again.
Nice job. Congratulations.